whoever's listening in helped with the mass regridding.
It was like a grid system, but it was like around the entire Earth. And what they were explaining to me was that it was corrupted. And so it was creating a mass disconnect with people, with their guides, their team, like their families, their soul family, their purpose. Like it was just creating such a mass disconnect where it was kind of like a cage. And it was just like running with electricity all through it. And I thought we were going to collapse it. And so we were going through, and anyone that was willing, like that was what they said, is they have to be willing, which we know we don't mess with free will. And so they just said anyone that is ascending, that's going to allow this energy to come through, because there's so many now that know when it's good energy. And it wasn't me that was like doing it. It was they came through and they were like on a mission. And so they just said anyone that's in this time and space that can hold the new frequency, let's work with them to clear out these contracts quickly. And so they just cleared a bunch of contracts. And then were able, it was like watching like people, the top of the head that was like the line of energy, like you know how like you have your central channel that runs through. It was all of that, but it was connected into this grid system. And so they were able to like take over once enough people were able to shift the energy enough. And so they brought in this new, it was like a green energy, and then it was like or first it was purple, and then they brought in a green energy, and they were helping stabilize it, so that they were basically, what they were doing was taking control of the grid thing that they had going on. They got that all done, and then it was like all of a sudden they're like, okay, let's activate everyone that's watching, like they're activate their high heart. And so then we did that, and then because like the energy was still kind of gray, and so we was like, they were like, okay, we got to keep going. So we activated that, and then we were able to like flush everything out that was not in alignment with it, and bring in their soul families and their galactic families, so that they could actually have that support. And then I was like watching all the energy around everybody just start to shift rapidly, because it was like, oh, wait, we can actually have light. Okay, we can have support and love. And so, and then we just had to stabilize everybody out and make sure everybody's energy was back to them so that everybody's stable.
Whoever's listening in helped with the mass regridding. So thank you all for accepting this.